Tanzania, a land of amazing beauty where nature's wonders meet exciting culture. From the wide-open Serengeti plains, watching the incredible animal migration, to the calm blue waters of Zanzibar's beaches, Tanzania is impossible to resist. Busy markets are full of energy, mixing old traditions with modern life. The grand Mount Kilimanjaro stands tall, while over 120 different groups of people create a beautiful mix of cultures living together in harmony. But what makes Tanzania really special is the deep connection between the land and its people. Come with us as we explore the hidden parts of this amazing country, showing you the true heart of Tanzania's timeless charm. When we think of wars, we think of long fights and lots of damage, but hidden in East Africa, there's a story of a war so short it's almost hard to believe. The Anglo-Zanzibar War, fought on August 27, 1896, lasted only 38 to 45 minutes, making it the shortest war ever recorded. This strange conflict happened between Great Britain and the Zanzibar Sultanate, a once powerful trading centre in the Indian Ocean. Why did they fight? They disagreed about who should be the next ruler of Zanzibar after the death of the pro-British Sultan Hamad bin Thuwaini. The British wanted someone who agreed with them, so they supported Hamad bin Yazid, but Khalid bin Bargash, who wanted to be more independent, took over, refusing to listen to the British. The British said, "Surrender by 9 a.m. or fight the whole British Empire." When the clock struck 9, Zanzibar's army, though bigger, wasn't ready for the powerful British warships in the harbour. A short but fierce attack began, aimed at the Sultan's palace and the coast. In just minutes, Zanzibar's old weapons were silenced, and they gave up. Khalid bin Bargash hid in the German consulate, ending the war almost as soon as it began. The Anglo-Zanzibar War, though short and seemingly small, shows us a time of colonial expansion and how powerful countries often controlled weaker ones. Deep in Tanzania's Great Rift Valley is a rocky canyon carved over millions of years, a place that whispers stories of our ancient ancestors. Olduvai Gorge, called the Cradle of Humanity, is a treasure chest for archaeologists. Its layers of rock hold an amazing record of human evolution, going back millions of years. Here, in 1959, Mary Leakey found a skull that changed how we understand where humans came from. This skull, from a human-like creature called Paranthropus boisei, who lived about 1.8 million years ago, proved that Africa is the birthplace of humankind. Later discoveries at Olduvai Gorge, like stone tools, animal bones with cut marks, and the footprints of our ancestors, show us what early human life was like. These ancient clues reveal how our ancestors lived, made tools, and started hunting. The tools found at Olduvai Gorge, made from simple stones, show us how smart early humans were. One of the most important finds are the bones of Homo habilis, who lived at the same time as Paranthropus boisei and is thought to be the first tool maker. Olduvai Gorge, with its many fossils and artifacts, still amazes scientists and visitors, giving us a look at the very beginning of humanity and the long journey to become modern humans. It's a place where the past comes alive, reminding us of our shared history and the amazing story of life on Earth. The spicy air and blue waters of Zanzibar islands near Tanzania hide a dark past. For many years, Zanzibar was a center of the East African slave trade, a terrible time of cruelty that left a deep scar. The Arab slave trade, worst in the 1700s and 1800s, saw millions of Africans taken from the mainland to Zanzibar and other places. Captured far from the coast, these men, women and children were forced on terrible journeys, chained together and marched to the coast. There they were kept in crowded, dirty prisons before being sent across the Indian Ocean. Stone Town in Zanzibar, now a UNESCO World Heritage Site, shows us this sad past. Hidden under the colorful markets and beautiful buildings are the scary remains of slave prisons. Small, airless rooms where people were kept in terrible conditions. The Anglican Cathedral, a reminder of Zanzibar's complicated history, is built where a slave market used to be. Its altar is built over the spot where slaves were whipped. British abolitionists fought hard to end slavery in Zanzibar, putting pressure on the leaders to stop. Slavery officially ended in 1873, but its effects are still felt in Zanzibar today. Imagine lions not walking on the grassy savanna, but relaxing high up in the branches of trees. This strange sight, something you wouldn't expect, is real in Tanzania's Lake Manyara National Park. Here, lions have learned to live in the trees, their brown fur hidden by the sunlight coming through the leaves. Why do they do this? Maybe it's the heat and the insects. The midday sun in Lake Manyara is very strong, making the ground hot and forcing animals to find shade. Climbing trees gives the lions a cooler place to rest and watch from above. Another reason might be the tsetse flies, which have painful bites and can make you sick. These flies don't like the higher branches, so the trees protect the lions. Lions in other parts of Africa sometimes climb trees, but the lions of Lake Manyara are experts, easily climbing the acacia trees. Their strong legs and sharp claws made for hunting also help them in the trees. Mount Kilimanjaro, with its snowy top reaching high into the sky, isn't just a beautiful mountain. It's a living ecosystem full of plants and animals. From its thick rainforest to its high deserts, this grand mountain shows how nature can survive in all kinds of places. Climbing Kilimanjaro is like traveling through different worlds, each with its own weather, plants and animals. At the bottom, farms and coffee fields slowly change into thick forests, home to monkeys and lots of birds. Higher up, the air gets colder and thinner, and the land becomes a strange world of giant heather and unusual plants. Even here, animals survive. Small creatures like the Kilimanjaro shrew live among the rocks, and birds fly high above looking for food. The very top, always covered in snow and ice, seems empty at first, but even here, tiny life forms survive, showing how strong life really is. Imagine a place where more than 120 languages are spoken, a mix of sounds in busy markets and homes. This mix of languages is a big part of Tanzania, from the musical Swahili, the language that connects this diverse nation, to the clicking sounds of the Khoisan languages, spoken by some of the oldest groups in the country. Tanzania is full of different languages. This shows Tanzania's complicated history, shaped by many groups of people moving, trading and sharing cultures over thousands of years. Bantu languages brought by people from West Africa long ago are spoken in much of the country, while Nilotic languages, spoken by herders in the north, show a different history. What's amazing about Tanzania's languages isn't just how many there are, but how they all exist together. Swahili, the official language, helps everyone communicate and feel connected. But the other languages are also important, showing respect for culture and old knowledge. In East Africa, where the savannah goes on forever, live the Maasai, a group of herders known for their colorful culture and their warriors. The Maasai warriors, who once protected their people and animals, now protect their traditions. Their bright clothes and ceremonies are a strong symbol of a way of life connected to the land and their ancestors. Dressed in red robes and beautiful beaded jewelry, the Maasai warriors look very impressive. Their hair, often in braids, and their bodies, with traditional markings, show their status and family history. An important Maasai tradition is the Unoto ceremony, when boys become men. This special ceremony, with dances, songs, and the killing of a bull, shows that the young men are ready to protect their people. The Maasai warriors' respect for nature is shown in how they live. They live peacefully with their environment, their cattle giving them food, and their knowledge of the land helping them survive. They respect the lion, an animal they once hunted, showing they understand the balance of nature. In Tanzania, like many places, food is more than just something to eat. It shows tradition, being welcoming, and good manners. From the busy markets with colorful spices to simple family meals, food is important in Tanzanian culture. But understanding table manners can be tricky for visitors, as there are unspoken rules about what to eat, and even how to say no politely. One important thing is the right hand. In many Tanzanian communities, the left hand is considered unclean, so it's rude to eat, pass food, or point with your left hand. Guests are often given water and soap to wash their hands before eating, a way of being welcoming and respectful. When eating with a Tanzanian family, wait for the oldest man to start eating first. It's also polite to eat everything on your plate, as leaving food can seem rude. If you don't want something, say no politely and give a reason, like being full or having special dietary needs. Deep in Tanzania, near Lake Eyasi, lived the Hadzabe, one of the last hunter-gatherer tribes in the world. Their way of life, unchanged by modern times, shows us a time when humans lived with nature. The Hadzabe, only about 1,000 people, live in temporary camps, their lives following the seasons and where food and water are found. They eat wild animals, honey, berries and baobab fruit, showing they know the environment very well. The Hadzabe men hunt with bows and arrows tipped with poison from desert plants. They're very skilled, and their success is not about how much they kill, but about providing for their families and sharing with others. The women gather fruits, berries and roots, their knowledge passed down through many generations. Their connection to nature is very deep. The Hadzabe believe they are spiritually connected to the land and animals, their rituals showing deep respect for the natural world. Imagine a place where time doesn't seem to move, where life has been the same for thousands of years, where huge groups of wildebeest run across the plains every year. This is the Serengeti, a huge area of wildland in Tanzania and Kenya, a symbol of nature's power and a hope for conservation. The Serengeti follows the Great Migration, an amazing event where over 2 million wildebeest, zebras and gazelles travel in a circle to find food. Following the rain, these huge groups move, their hooves making a loud sound across the savannah. The migration is essential for the Serengeti. Lions wait to ambush the animals, cheetahs use their speed to chase them, and leopards hide and stalk them. The Serengeti's complex web of life, from tiny insects to big mammals, shows us that everything is connected, each playing an important part. Thank you for coming with us on this trip through Tanzania. We hope you liked learning about the rhythm of life in this amazing country. From its rich history and culture to its stunning nature, Tanzania is truly special. Until next time, keep exploring and enjoying the wonders of our world.